The sky is falling.
It's all covered in today's China truths.
The sky is falling. Chinese traders lament as U.S. tariffs reach 125%. Brothers, the sky is truly falling the moment we open our eyes in the morning. This is how many Chinese entrepreneurs are describing their situation after hearing the latest tariff updates. The U.S. has raised tariffs on Chinese goods to an unprecedented 125%, and many say this marks the end of an era for China's cross-border trade. Some traders admit that for China's state-backed industrial giants, the impact might be limited. Those sectors have been operating on razor-thin margins for years. But for small and medium-sized businesses doing cross-border e-commerce, the shock is devastating. Previously, small parcels under $800 were exempt from tariffs under the USST-8U policy. But now, not only are these packages taxed, they also face customs clearance procedures, adding delays and costs. What used to take a week to ship to the U.S. now takes 2 weeks, sometimes even a month. And that's only if the package gets through customs. Our company just announced the new tariffs today. The moment I walked outside, I saw many businesses already preparing to shut down. One trader reported, "Our boss was frowning all day. Our cost structure can't handle this anymore. A 34% tariff already made us struggle. Now it's over." At Guangzhou's Baiyun Airport, traders boarding outbound flights are discussing how this tariff wave is reshaping the entire business landscape. "Look around," one of them said. "Not many Chinese faces here anymore, mostly African buyers." This shows how much cross-border trade with the U.S. has collapsed. Another entrepreneur shared his story. "My American client just canceled 2 full containers worth of orders. April was supposed to be a good month, a fresh start. Now there's nothing, no orders. The Trump administration pushed for reciprocal tariffs, and now, under the latest escalation, it's not just the U.S. Europe, Japan, South Korea, Russia, even Vietnam and African countries have all raised tariffs on Chinese goods. Countries are especially targeting our labor-intensive products like apparel, electronics, and home goods. China's traditional export pathways are being blocked one by one. Shenzhen has become a graveyard of businesses. A cross-border e-commerce company that managed to survive 6 months last year finally collapsed today. All the office furniture still looks brand new. As of April 1st, duty-free shipping channels under $800 have been permanently closed. Traders are left scrambling. "You want to do cross-border business? Better stick to Southeast Asia. The profits are small, but at least it's stable," one business owner said. But even Southeast Asia isn't ideal. People say, "You only do Southeast Asia when you can't survive in China." Now it's true. We couldn't survive. The bigger problem is that bulk trade goods have profit margins of only 13%. And after adding shipping and logistics costs, it goes up to maybe 16%. A 125% tariff is completely unaffordable. "That's not a cut, it's a death sentence," one person said. Some traders are trying to reroute shipments through third-party countries to avoid tariffs, using transit warehouses. But the methods are limited and costly. There are countermeasures, but they're temporary band-aids, not real solutions. The chain reaction is immense. Factories that used to export are now desperately pivoting to domestic sales, but the domestic market is already saturated and slowing. When the factories all rush to sell domestically, they roll into the same brutal competition, and everyone gets crushed together. A foreign trade worker said, "We used to feel confident, like foreign trade loans and orders were a point of pride. But now, 125% tariffs are no joke. There might still be some orders, but the profits are gone. It's survival, not growth." Even garment factories, a staple of China's export economy, are suffering. A video recently showed workers frantically moving unsold goods. A blogger wrote, "The wave of unemployment has hit the garment industry. More than 60,000 down jackets are stuck in warehouses. Domestic offline sales are sluggish, and even live streaming sales can't move inventory. Foreign orders have dried up, and now everyone is competing for limited domestic sales, increasing overcapacity and risking total industry collapse." As one trader concluded, "People think if you made money before, you'll keep making money, but that's a fantasy. There are factories that haven't received a single container order for months. Workers are running around just trying to survive. The whole ecosystem is breaking." This isn't just fear, it's a real crisis. deeper than what China faced during the pandemic. As tariffs pile up and the global trade environment turns hostile, Chinese businesses across the board, from exporters to e-commerce sellers, are staring into an uncertain future. Many people may die this year, says a mainland Chinese blogger. This is not sensationalism. The COVID-19 and influenza epidemics in mainland China have intensified. A lot of information from the public shows that hospitals are now full, crematoriums have queues, and new graves in rural areas have increased sharply. Chinese Communist Party officials are hiding the truth. Recently, a mainland blogger lamented that many people may die this year, and I am not exaggerating. This resonated with netizens, and there was a lot of lamentation in the comment section. Many people may die this year, and I am not exaggerating. The mainland social media platform Douyin blogger, Brother Biao Xiao Liji, released a video on the 7th and said bluntly, "Many people may die this year, and I am not exaggerating. Maybe you are among them." The blogger said he found that recent deaths are getting younger and younger. Not only the elderly are dying. The blogger said that a fan sister in Shanghai lost her father and father-in-law one after another over the past 2 years. And her husband also died a month or two ago, leaving a lot of debt. The sister was particularly emotional and felt that more and more people seem to be dying recently. Comments lamented group deaths. More than 10 people died in a Hunan village within 15 days. Hunan netizens, during the Chinese New Year period, from the 1st to the 15th day, more than a dozen people died in our village, age 30 plus to 50 plus, and at least 50 to 60 plus people died on the streets of the town where my uncle lives. Shandong netizens, it's true that several friends around me have passed away. Some died suddenly due to myocardial infarction, some from cancer, but those who passed were all well off and wealthy. Guizhou netizens, it's not an illusion, it's a fact. 4 people around me passed away at once. All were in their 60s, not old, and all were in good condition. Guangdong netizens, in recent years, several people born in the 1970s and 1980s in our village have also died, most of them from cancer. Yunnan netizens, indeed. I went to the cemetery to visit graves 2 days ago. I hadn't been there for just half a year, and there are almost 200 more tombstones. I sighed, it's a bit outrageous. Anhui netizens, my mother and elder brother both died suddenly, and I don't know the cause. Now I tremble with fear all day long. Hebei, Guangxi, and Zhejiang netizens, Brother Biao's feeling is right. There have been many deaths in recent years. Not just many, it was worse from May to August. The era of death will begin in 2025, and it will increase year by year, while the number of births will decrease. On April 9th, blogger Guo Guo released a video message stating that 16 people died suddenly in Shenzhen within 11 days, many of whom were young and middle-aged people in their 20s and 30s. On average, there were about 1.5 abnormal deaths per day. Sudden deaths mainly affected people aged 30 to 40, with the youngest being only 22 years old. Mr. Li, a villager in Zhoukou, Henan, recently told overseas media, "There are many people with colds, runny noses, and fevers, one after another, and the hospital is overwhelmed. There are waves of deaths, pneumonia, myocardial infarction, cerebral infarction. Many people in their 30s and 40s die suddenly. They just disappear inexplicably. They can't afford cremation, so they bury them secretly. People are dying every day, all young people." Many netizens questioned whether it was caused by the new coronavirus, CCP virus. It's just a variant of the new coronavirus renamed as Influenza A. This year's Influenza A virus feels like it has hybridized with genetic fragments of the novel coronavirus. The symptoms are very similar, and it is also very lethal. It's just that the coronavirus has mutated. My symptoms a few days ago were the same as in previous years. I was cold all over. Variants of COVID-19 continue to spread in China, but the authorities are covering it up. Recent data from the CCP's CDC shows the positive rate of the novel coronavirus is rising again, especially in the north. Sudden deaths are increasingly common, affecting both the elderly and younger people. Hospitals and funeral homes are overwhelmed, and some regions have stopped enforcing cremation due to overload. New graves are appearing across rural mountainous areas. American virology expert Lin Xiaoxu told China Watch that COVID-19 variants never truly stopped circulating in China. He cited a study by the Chinese Academy of Sciences in Beijing Ditan Hospital showing infection peaks occurred from April to October 2023, and again from April to July 2024 after lockdowns were lifted. The CCP never disclosed how many were infected or died. They chose to hide the real data, Lin said. He warned that another wave in 2025 is likely. More concerning, however, is the rise of human cases of avian influenza.
Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. We will keep reporting on the COVID surge in China, so don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell to get the latest videos. And thank you for tuning in.